So hi, one of the Good Noise Podcast with Friend Circle. We're gonna ask some questions today. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Well, it started off, I actually met the one guy not in this call, Zach. I met him at college. We were actually taking a science class, and I think it honestly started by like one of those icebreaker questions that you have. Like you go around the classroom, people ask what you do and what you do outside of school and all that, your major. And he said he played guitar. I said I played drums. And then I think from that point forward, he tried to basically recruit me to join this band that he was creating. He sent me a few tunes, and then yeah, we started jamming out here and there, and we eventually got Adam, the bassist, and eventually vocals in the band. And then I think maybe a year and a half later, we got Dom, our lead guitarist. So
Okay. So
Oh,
those icebreaker questions actually worked for once.
yeah.
it was actually it had some it actually worked. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's rare. All right. So did you touch on the band name, or was it
Uh,
just?
the
Yeah.
band name, I think he's the one who kind of started the idea of Friend Circle. I guess it was what he had in high school with his friends. They hung out before and after school, and it was kind of like in a circle form. So I guess people called him, "Oh, that's your little friend circle over there." So
Okay.
he just thought it was a clever idea, and we just ran with it.
All right.
Okay. And is there any reason behind the missing letters in it, like why it's shortened?
We don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I
looks
guess.
cool.
We don't know.
Yeah, just to make it look cool and edgy, I guess you could say.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's valid. So you guys actually released an album earlier this year, Internet Noise. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Seems like it's been good.
That's good.
People like it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get to really support it that much,
Yeah.
but we're already writing new music and more excited about the new music that we're going to put out than what we did on that album. So that feels good.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
awesome.
It's very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process?
Zach will basically bring in a skeleton of a song, lyrics, melodies, and chords. And like if you take a song like Famous off the record, that song's basically played the way he wrote it, minus people just adding a couple of things here and there. And then there's songs like The Waiting Game, where we sort of were like, okay, let's play this section shorter, let's take this section out and remove it. So it's kind of like that. Zach will bring in a song, and then we'll just kind of edit it or leave it, and then add our own flair to it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's Deception on the last album is the only song that we really wrote together as a band from the ground up, and the instrumental
Okay.
that too.
All right. So it's mostly just like Zach, and then you guys adding your own little flavor to it.
Yeah, yeah. And we've been writing together more on these new songs,
Okay.
Ooh.
which I think
okay.
that's cool.
Exciting.
Yeah. Do you think they
Seems to be
sound
working.
like drastically different, where it's all of you working together instead of Zach putting down the bass and then you guys just kind of sprinkling on your
It sounds
ideas?
different. Would you say it's drastically?
It sounds different, but more like I think developmentally better as a
Oh,
band. Like we've
okay.
like been learning how to, I guess, complement each other as instrumentalists and musicians, and so like these new songs just have a different. Like they're not very different, but they just feel different.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Can you guys tell me where your headspace was while creating Internet Noise?
I don't know.
All over
I
the
mean-
place.
It took a long time to record that album.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
took
wow.
a lot of breaks, and yeah, I hadn't been in the band for that long when we started recording it, and I think me joining the band, it took a little bit of time for everybody to like figure out how it was going to work with a new person in the band, because it was never really the intention to be a 4-piece band. I think, you know.
Yeah.
So adding another person who wanted to be creative was just kind of like how do we do that with a new person at first? So there was a lot of that going on, but I mean, for the most part, it was a positive experiment. It was a learning experience
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
good. That's good.
Anyone else gonna add anything?
Chime in on.
So what band or artist influences do you think you can hear the most on this album?
I think we all come from many different backgrounds. I think for Zach, he's heavily into that Blink 182, Sum 41 vibe, and you can hear it when he brings the song to the table when we practice it. For me, some bands like Yumi at Six. I listen to a lot of UK bands for some odd reason. That one's my biggest influence. But I'm into All Time Low, a little bit of Blink here and there, and then I know Dom and Adam, they come from different backgrounds as well. If you guys want to talk about that.
I don't really listen to that much pop punk, so it's kind of hard for me to be like, I was influenced by this and therefore the album sounds this way, you know, because it doesn't really work like that for me. Like I listened to when we were making the album, I was listening to like Pine Grove and a lot of softer stuff like that, like acoustic driven music. But as far as like when I'm working with the band, I just try to like do something on the guitar that's different than what other pop punk bands are doing.
Okay.
And try to maybe pull from like 80s guitar music and make the guitars do something more interesting. That's basically what I'm trying to do in this band.
Okay.
I'm kind of in the
break
same
the
boat.
mold.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much in the same boat as a bass player. Like I have a background in a lot of different types of music. So bass wise, I just try to do stuff that's different in pop punk that people typically don't hear. Like Something About You is a great example of that. I'm playing like funk bass in the verses of that song. Vocal wise though, I was really influenced by like Trophy Eyes and Story So Far in this album. Like a lot of my vocals are like yelling. So and that's something that's a little different. And actually our new music, I'm doing some more like actual singing, so
Ooh,
that's something that's developmentally changing.
Yeah.
I personally heard Neck Deep. I don't listen to much Neck Deep, but that's what came to mind when I was listening through the album. So I don't know if that's an influence for anybody.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
Zach, definitely.
Yeah, Zach definitely listens to Neck Deep. I listen to them as well, and I can see where you're coming from with that. I could get those vibes too.
All right.
I think on Zach's part, when we made the album, it was more like classic Blink influenced, and nowadays he's stepping more into that Neck Deep world and like Waster and you know, new stuff.
Yeah.
The newer pop punk. Okay.
All right, solid. So, is there any meaning behind the album name or cover art?
I think, especially when the first song that we worked on off the album was Famous, and I think the idea behind the song was people living in this internet reality world, social media driven, and you could see that in the artwork itself. The person has the VR goggles, they're so immersed into social media, your Twitter timelines, Instagram. It's absorbing. And I think that's what he wanted to portray in this album. We threw some titles out there, threw some artwork designs, and luckily the graphic designer that we met, he was actually able to portray that in a much mature manner and much more realistic with the girl sitting and the VR goggles.
Okay.
All right, solid.
So is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while listening through this album?
I don't really think there's any one idea that like connects all the songs together lyrically. I didn't write the lyrics, and I don't actually really know them that well. But I don't really, when I listen to the album, I don't really get like a feeling that there's some sort of like message that the whole record is trying to portray. But I mean, if somebody listens to it and they feel something, then that's pretty cool to me, you know,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is.
Yeah. All right. Solid. So you guys actually reimagined one of the songs from your debut album. What was the process behind that? Joyride. Yeah.
There's actually a funny story about that. Aaron was telling you about demos.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Joyride one of those demos?
I think what the demos that.
Zach gave you back in college, or
Oh yeah. Originally, yeah, that was actually in the very beginning. He sent me 2 or 3 songs. Joyride was one of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Adam. I sent that, or Adam might have heard Joyride, and he was like, "Yo, this is sick," and that's kind of how we got him into the band, right? I think.
Yeah, so that's actually the first song I ever heard by Friend Circle.
first song, and then that's the first song I ever heard too. Because when he joined, he showed me the song, the demo,
Uh-huh.
or maybe it was the cut off the album. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was the demo. There was a song before then the one I recorded with them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we.
it's kind of like, for me, it feels like one of the more important Friend Circle
And me
songs in
too.
a way.
and
We always tried to play it here and there, like ever since I joined, and it was never vibing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played it one time, and it was like really sounded cool. And then our producer was like, "We should track that song and just do it for fun." So that's basically why we did it, you know.
Okay.
Okay. So you're retiring the older version, and you're just now going to play the new reimagined version now, I guess?
Yeah, I mean the other one will stay on streaming services.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
yeah, of
still be on
course.
the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of differences in this new one compared to the old one. Like
Mm-hmm.
in the old version, like that was back in the phase of the band where I wasn't even a vocalist yet. I just played bass on that song.
Yeah.
So this new song, I'm doing vocals. Dom has guitar parts added that weren't on the original. It sounds like an entirely new song than
Mhm.
what it originally did.
It's also played faster and
Yeah.
up a half step.
Yeah.
So did you guys rewrite it from the ground up, or just kind of add things in where you had to?
Yeah. Switch stuff around.
Just layered on top of it.
Okay.
We
Kinda-
just kind of made the decision to play it faster, and Zach changed that first verse up. And when we were playing it together, I just started playing a solo that wasn't there before. And those are pretty much the extent of it. Oh, there's like a bridge section that's different too, but it's really not that different if you ignore like the vocals. The rest of it's pretty similar. It's really it's kind of similar. It just sounds better. And then
Yeah.
there's like a vocal difference and some guitar difference.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this question should be like super quick off the top of your head. I want you to describe this new single for new listeners in 3 words.
Fun, fast, and loud.
All of you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You got my first one, fun.
Adam, do you want to? What's your 3 words? Fun and what else?
Fun, energetic, and powerful.
Okay.
Well, then you stole my second word. What the hell, Adam?
Oh my God.
I would say, I mean, energetic, definitely. Revamped because there's just, I don't know, it just, I don't know. Adam, you pretty much stole all my words. I would say powerful too. It's just, yeah, at its core, there's things that you'll still hear, but it is, I think you'll definitely get more enjoyment if you go back to listen to the old Joyride and you listen to the new single. You'll hear that you'll prefer 2.0 a lot more. So
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Solid.
the production is obviously a lot cleaner
Mhm.
than the original. And I think the production's even better than the production on Internet Noise as well.
Ooh, wow.
There's like a lot of Internet Noise sounds a little like clustered and a little muddy compared to this.
Yeah. All right. Solid. So you haven't even released this revamped single, but are you working on anything else? Is there anything on the horizon for Friend Circle?
I mean, we got 3 songs we're recording
Oh,
right now.
okay.
yeah, we're demoing. Well, not demoing. We recorded 3 songs, brand new songs. we're I'm not sure if you guys saw, but back in September we announced we signed to Lost Music Collective.
Hmm.
They have a ton of great bands, Rematch, Goalkeeper, and
Yearbooks.
Yearbooks too. Yeah, I can't forget about them. We're proud to be on there, so we're working with them, trying to formulate a game plan with these 3 brand new songs, and I think a target date could be somewhere in Q1 of next year, but obviously a lot of factors play into that. So, but that's the target for right now.
Okay. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
So where do you guys see the band in the next 5 years?
Hopefully not in a pandemic.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 5 years. I mean, obviously not in a pandemic, playing bigger and better shows than what we have. Going out on tours with bands that we love, like Goalkeeper, Yearbooks, and just trying to get our music heard by many people as possible is the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And always enjoy doing it. That's ultimately the first and foremost.
All right. Wholesome. I love it. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you guys.
That's fine.
All right. So we're going to go straight to Death Row. So you missed it. Yeah. So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Mega Boom.
There you go. You got the second one.
Jeez.
Drink on death row. I'd probably get something off a food truck in like Manhattan. They have like the halal lamb stuff.
Yeah.
Something off of a food truck and like, I don't know, I guess a water or something.
A water, all right.
Or a beer.
Okay.
I don't really.
Let me get a water.
Adam, what do you think?
I would probably get some sort of like banging chorizo burrito. And just a good beer, honestly. I'd be content with that.
I'm a simple man. The guys know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to go with a good plate of chicken tenders. Plate of chicken tenders and some French fries. Give me an orange soda, and I'm good. I'll be content with my life.
I was hoping you were going to say, I'm a simple man, then be like, I want a steak and like.
Oh my god.
Meat and potatoes.
Okay, no, okay. Wait. Let me rephrase that. I'm a simple child. Chicken tenders.
That's fair.
Simple boy.
So, if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
One fiction world.
It's an interesting question.
Teletubby land.
Oh my god. I think we've gotten that one, so that's good.
Wow.
I like Star Wars a lot, so I'd like to live in that.
That's dangerous.
What do you mean? I mean, they got lightsabers and all that.
I mean, I heard Teletubby land is pretty dangerous too. They'll fucking kill you, those things.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. I
Horrifying.
just want to give you hugs.
Hugs of death, dude.
That's that sun baby in the sky.
Jesus. Oh man.
Adam, where would you live?
Oh man. I don't probably the Elder Scrolls universe.
Oh,
As you should.
I just want to go see what's good.
Solid. Great choice. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it's the most important question. What is your favorite color?
Hmm.
I flip flop on green and blue.
Taste.
I think it's green. Green might be the color.
Yeah. Green's very good.
Orange for me.
Ooh, taste, yeah.
I'm gonna go a little more interesting. I'm gonna go with burgundy, maroonish type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I love that color.
I mean, if you want to get more specific, I'm like a dark green.
Dark green. Forest or like olive?
Probably forest.
Okay.
Sun-Kiss Orange.
Sun-Kissed.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Pre-save our single.
Yeah,
Period.
pre-save our new single. That'll be out next Friday, and we also just announced it'll be out on the lyric video we have for it will be premiering on Brooklyn Vegan, which we're very excited about. So make sure you check that out. Keep streaming Internet Noise. We've gotten a lot of love for that, and be ready for new music next year.
Yeah.
Your mic is muted.
Now it's not. Well, thank you for sitting down with us, guys. This has been Friend Circle, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.